What up, Long Beach? Welcome back to GazetteSports.com. It's JJ.
And Mike. This CIF semifinal video brought to you by the fine folks at Naples Rib Company.
Stop me if this sounds familiar. Wilson Water Polo at Willett Aquatic Center in Irvine in the semifinals, trying to get back to the ship against an OC team.
They failed to get there last year, falling in the semis, but Thomas Martineau and his stud players like goalie Nick Hoy and Willis Allen want to correct that this year. Maxwell Irving, Thomas Martineau dialed in. First, they got to get past a tough Via Park Spartans team out of the Century League.
Via Park led by number 24, BJ Churnside. You see him there at the end. Largest player in the line, fastest player in the pool. He won the sprint all 4 quarters, but at the beginning of this one, it was just an orchestra of post music.
Yeah, maybe the team's a little anxious in the semifinals. It was even on 5-meter shots clanging. And then it was the Churnside show as expected. He's got 156 goals this year and never less than 3 in a game.
Opens up with the first 2, but Jackson Kimball put the Bruins on his back. He had a first half hat trick to keep Wilson in it. Villa Park's Shane Pickles gonna slide one in there, tie it up, but Max Irving at the top of the key.
The Maxwell Irving hammer crashes down, bang, bang. Wilson's starting to use their defense here. You see Irving on Churnside was phenomenal all night. This one turns into a steal. Irving in open water is something no goalie wants to see bearing down on him, but he gets by with a little help from his friends. JJ tosses that over to Martineau, who bangs it home.
Good team offense right there in the transition, and then Irving, setting the tone for the second half. Look at those eyes. Tell me he's not dialed in right now. So, we go to the second half tied 6-6, and that momentum rolled over because Churnside couldn't find the back of the net, and the luck was to the max.
Ooh, look at this. You got to see this one again. This is, he fires the magic bullet from long distance, off the post, off the goalie, into the net. That's a Wayne Gretzky goal if they're playing hockey. Unbelievable.
How about Martineau from distance, from Jamboree in the 73? That was from way out there, so they take the lead. But again, it's Pickles who gets the Spartans back in the game. He had a team-high 4 goals.
They just couldn't jar him up, and then more open water swimming after phenomenal defense from the Bruins, who had 8 steals in the game. This one goes up to Jackson Kimball. It's the Kimball machine.
Ho-ho, Jackson!
And then, you can't say enough about the Wilson defense. As I mentioned, they had 8 steals. They had 6 field blocks in this thing, and BJ Churnside was absolutely bottled up. That's the type of player that's really tough to contain, but Irving and the rest of the Bruins managed to do it, making bad passes, taking bad shots, and then I mentioned those field blocks.
First time all season, Churnside didn't get the hat trick. He finished with those first 2 goals, and the Wilson offense finished this one off.
Jake Davis had a hat trick just in the 4th quarter. He finished with 4, and Martineau had another hat trick. Wilson really swimming away with it, scored 4 goals on the counter on a 4-0 run to start the 4th quarter to seal this one.
Bruin Nation on their feet, so lopsided the Bruin seniors get to leave the pool early. Winner, winner, going to the ship dinner.
Fantastic team performance from the Bruins. They got 13 saves from Nick Hoy, 4 goals apiece from Kimball and Davis. But obviously, hats off to Maxwell Irving, a phenomenal defensive game on one of the top goal scorers in the nation. Wilson now advances to see Corona Del Mar, who had defeated the Bruins twice in overtime so far this season. They'll try and flip the script to earn another championship banner for the most decorated program in America. For all that coverage, including live updates from the championship game this Saturday at 2:45 in Irvine, you know where to keep it. GazetteSports.com. We are Long Beach Sports.